cool.
I'm gonna kill you.
Say, bitch, be cool.
Be cool, honey
Say,
bunny.
bitch, be cool.
Be cool.
Tell that fucking bitch to chill.
Be cool, honey
Chill
bunny.
that fucking bitch out.
Just chill out, honey bunny.
Chill.
Just chill out, honey bunny.
All right, now tell her it's gonna be all right.
It's gonna be all right.
Promise her.
I promise.
Tell her to chill.
Just chill out, honey bunny.
All right, now tell me your name.
Yolanda.
All right, now, Yolanda. We're not gonna do anything stupid, are we?
Don't you hurt him.
Nobody's gonna hurt anybody. We're all gonna be like three little Fonzies here. And what's Fonzie like? Come on, Yolanda, what's Fonzie like?
Cool.
What?
Cool.
Correctamundo. And that's what we're gonna be. We're gonna be cool.
That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me fuck all that shit, just let me go.
Yeah, broadcasting live from the heart of Europe. This is the most badass YouTube broadcast in all the known land. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Tommy C, and I'm here to tell you, be cool. Everybody chill the fuck out. Be cool. Be like Fonzie. You know why? Because Fonzie's cool. Everything's going to be fine. It was a simple airstrike. This wasn't a full mechanized invasion that could possibly endanger hundreds and thousands of lives. This was an airstrike. That's all it was. I'm going to stay away from the politics of this as much as humanly possible. And I'm going to give you my opinion on why I think this may have been a very good move, not just for the United States, but the entire planet. But maybe a moral obligation on top of that to set a precedent in the future for people who want to use gas. Where do you draw the line? If you're a populist like Donald Trump, which he did run on, he was against the Iraq war. He said it was a useless war. It took me to actually have to set foot in the country to kind of believe that or understand that. So, here's what I think is going on. And I'm telling you right now, I am not for a campaign, nor do I think this is the beginning of any kind of major boots on the ground campaign. It's not reasonable. It's not going to happen. For the same reasons that kept us safe from World War II, pretty much up until the Gulf War, we have an opposing country with a nuclear arsenal that could simply eliminate everyone on the planet. So, I'm not terribly concerned because Russia, as wild as Vladimir Putin is, probably doesn't want to start World War III. I don't believe that Donald Trump wants to start World War III. It doesn't benefit anyone, including them. You can't be the leader of a powerful country if it's gone. You can't. So, why is everybody saying this is the beginning? Well, I think this is a lot to do of hangover of the Trump election, the absolute panic we saw when he was elected, overreaction, almost, let's just face it, a political freak out. So I think this is it. Yep, they told me Trump is going to start World War III. Therefore, it's going to happen. I don't believe that. Look, if we have the evidence that I've had about 48 hours ago, maybe 72, for some reason, for the second or third time, I'm pretty sure, Bashar Assad authorized an attack with chemical weapons. Now, I'll get into the conspiracy theories later because I hate them, and they are just that at the end of the day, simply theories that happen every time something like this happens. Now, Trump, who did campaign on, we're not going to get involved in absolutely everything, has mentioned Ronald Reagan several times through his campaign. So what I think he is doing is he's letting the rest of the planet know, I'm not going to start a stupid ground war for no reason, but gas is the line. That's the line. If you go to that level, we are going to strike. It doesn't matter who you are. You want to kill each other? Go ahead. Feel free. That's the line. Now, how does that help the United States? Who cares if these people are gassing each other? Well, it sets precedent. Like I said, Trump has mentioned Ronald Reagan a lot through his campaign. And what Trump would do, or what Ronald Reagan would do sometimes, is have the military policy that I've pretty much always wanted us to have since I left Iraq. It's called drive-by. Peace. No ground troops. That's for the end of the world scenario. So, if we set the bar at gas, we don't care who you are, I think that's a good thing, because it doesn't just send a message to Bashar Assad, it sends a message to the whole planet, like North Korea, who's been saber-rattling for the last 16 years after two horrible presidents failed to do anything about them. And the president prior to that actually helped, with Madeleine Albright, actually build their nuclear program, which they are threatening us with right now. I'll never understand till the day I die that why Bill Clinton wasn't considered the worst president in the last 50 years, because he literally helped North Korea get a bomb. That's a problem. Now, most of the time, because they can't feed their own people and the place is a steaming shithole, they saber rattle. How long are they going to do that? I don't know. But now they know where the limit is. Trump acted very quickly. Bang. And that's all he should do. Now, if he wants to hit this, that, and the other thing, that's fine. I'm not for escalation. The only escalation that I would be for is if he did this again and used chemical weapons, and they started attacking not only airstrips, but political buildings as well. That's the only type. 24-hour sorties. And that's if he does something else. That's if he escalates to chemical weapons, biological weapons again. Now, the Russians are all types of pissed off because this is their buddy. And with some sympathy to the Russians, the people that we've been supporting, the so-called rebels, are tied up with ISIS way up their ass. If they're not a part of ISIS, they probably will be pretty soon. That's the thing about this war, this Syrian civil war. It doesn't matter who gets clipped. Nobody loses. But chemical weapons is the line. Whether the terrorists, the rebels, use them, or Bashar Assad himself, who is an absolute madman. And again, he has used them before. Now, of course, we have the Alex Jones types out there. And I've got some. I'm not calling anybody out specifically, but I mean, look, the Lusitania, the President Roosevelt knew about Pearl Harbor, Gulf of Tonkin, Bush did 9/11. Every time any kind of conflict starts, there's always this background noise of conspiracy theory. They're never right about anything. 50 years later, the same kooks are still talking about the same grassy knoll shit that happened in Texas. It's just grassy knoll talk to me. Somebody sent me this. Let's see. Somebody sent me this right here. And there's two ways to look at this. The government lied about Vietnam, Afghanistan, Iraq, Libya. So you think they're telling the truth about Syria. Well, you know, there does seem to be, and it goes all the way back to World War I. Every time a major conflict starts, the government knew. They knew. In my lifetime, the only conspiracy theory that related to war that I can remember that was actually proven to be true was the fact when the Iraqis invaded Afghanistan, they did not lock children off incubators, which was one of the selling points. Not the selling point, because you didn't really need one because Saddam Hussein invaded Kuwait. That's all you needed anyway. And considering they have the bulk of the planet's oil, that's all the justification you really need. Every time, going back to World War II, we get this. Of course, nothing. These grand, movie-like, Manchurian Candidate type conspiracies are never proven without a doubt. This is the other popular one that I saw. And this is the picture of... This is made by somebody who lives in the first world and doesn't understand that Syria, Civil War Syria in 2017 is nothing like first world, thriving economy Tokyo in 1995. Evacuating affected people, chemical weapons in Tokyo in 1990. Special suit, gloves, mask. Al-Qaeda terrorists fabricating a chemical weapons attack. No suit, no glove, no dust mask. Yeah, if you got it. If you have it. I can't remember when I took, they called it NBC, Nuclear Biological Chemical. We used to have to take lessons. This looks like what you would do, if I remember correctly. I wish Dave is here to back this up because he probably remembered that. We called it NBC. Nobody cares because we always figured if we got hit by a chemical weapon, we're fucked anyway. If you don't have first world tools, you use whatever you can. This is proof of nothing. Not anything at all. It's not even that interesting a picture. If the specialist Callahan can look at this and say, looks completely reasonable to me. No suit, no gloves. You can only wear a suit if you have a suit. This proves nothing. Now, I will be honest with you. Nothing shocks me. Nothing shocks me. No, when it comes to the depravity of radical Islam, there is no place they won't go up into including gassing children. No place they won't go. There was places the Russians wouldn't go. Hell, there were places the Nazis wouldn't go when they captured American troops. But there is no place radical Islam won't go. And it wouldn't shock me if a terrorist group did fabricate or launch some kind of chemical weapon to get Trump in gear to help their side. Here's the problem with that. Show me evidence. I'll be the first one to take just what I said back. But more than likely, this is another grassy knoll theory. I know on the Joe Cronin show, if one of you guys go back that far, I was called Tinfoil Tommy. And it used to drive me nuts because I despise conspiracy theories. As I'm asked very often when I think of Alex Jones, I don't hate him personally. I don't think very much of him. I don't think he really adds much of anything but panic and miseducation. The rare occasion where he is right, nobody fucking listens to him because he's wrong 90% of the time, or it's the rantings of a madman. So, when I see this, I think, not this. This is just memes prove nothing. There's no kind of critical thinking here. If you wanted to look at somebody, my advice to you is to contact somebody that was in the military, that was a part of NBC, and see if this is what you would do under these circumstances if you didn't have the tools. Ask them if they think it's fabricated. Get to the bottom of it. I really doubt it. Because in order to believe this is fabricated, you'd have to believe that Donald Trump knew it was fabricated. I'm pretty sure, with the technology that we have and the technology that I'm aware of, if a chemical weapon was delivered anywhere in the world, not only could we find that out very quickly, we'd probably figure out where it came from. That's where cruise missiles come in. An attack on Syria is really an attack on the chemical weapons plant. I got to be perfectly honest with you. I don't care if they bomb a chemical weapons plant in Iran, Syria, anywhere just about in the Middle Eastern world. That's one less chemical weapons plant. That's one less airstrip that can deliver it. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know for a fact, I'll be perfectly honest with you, these things can be detected rather quickly. So I don't think this is beyond the realm of possibility. Bashar Assad has used chemical weapons in the past. Without a doubt, we know that's true. There's no reason to believe that he wouldn't do it again. And you could make the case, what if he does it a third time? Where are we at then? Where does that leave us with Russia? Well, that is a different story. But if Trump does what I think he's going to do, which is my personal favorite foreign policy, it's called drive-bys. You get out of line, you go this route, we don't care who you are, you get clipped. You deliver chemical weapons, we're going to do what we can to keep you from delivering those chemical weapons. Now, it'd be really interesting to see if he does it again. Something tells me no, and something tells me North Korea is going to shut the fuck up. Because this policy worked really well in the Reagan administration. I remember in 1988, really clearly, when I was about 11 years old. I think it was in February, if I'm not mistaken, Ronald Reagan, after a bunch of terrorist attacks supported by Libya, bombed downtown Tripoli. We never heard from Gaddafi again. Until we killed him after the Arab Spring, which turned out to be worse than having him around, just like we saw. And that's another thing with the Middle East. You always have to play the lesser of two evils, and everybody's evil. I learned the hard way that was probably better off with Saddam than without Saddam. But Tommy, the government lies. The government lies. Of course they do. But when you're going to say something spectacular, you better have spectacular evidence to back it up. But Tommy, they lied about chemical weapons in Iraq. That was the pretense for going to war. I don't know if that's ever been proven without a shadow of a doubt. The only thing that's been proven without a shadow of doubt, because let's think critically here, is, well, and I'm not saying the government doesn't lie, but they do foul shit up like any bureaucracy. Looks like the intelligence was shit. Saddam Hussein was executed a 4 months before I got to Iraq. And he said to a CIA agent that he had to sort of pretend that he had chemical weapons. Most of them gotten wiped out after the first Gulf War, to keep Iran at bay, because he never knew what they were going to do, which is a completely reasonable fear. They had just been in a war only 20 years earlier. And the Iranian regime is nuts. Batshit fucking crazy. So, everybody thinks you have chemical weapons. Might keep you safe. Kept the United States and Russia from attacking each other. And that brings me to my last thing. This throws a real monkey wrench in the conspiracy theory that Putin's in the back pocket, or Trump is in the back pocket of Putin, which is also a nutty conspiracy theory. Every title in the New York Times that headlines Trump's connections to Russia, you go to the bottom of the article and they tell you there's no evidence. Trump acted quickly and I think humanely under these particular circumstances. My kid's acting up tonight. Not a good boy. I can hear him crying. I don't know if you can too. So, that's where I stand. I think for now, and my opinions may change as time goes on. If he sends boots on the ground and we get in a war with Russia, I'll be the first one on a fucking protest line. But I don't think that's the idea here. The idea is we just set the bar, no gas. And I think that's a damn good thing. Not just for the people of Syria that might accidentally suck it in, innocent victims, but for the rest of the planet. No. That's it. And that's the way I feel about it right now. If Trump goes batshit, I'll take it all back. But I don't see that happening. I don't see that happen. And personally, I don't care what chemical weapons factory or delivery mechanism gets bombed in the Middle East, because it's just on its way to somebody's fucking house eventually. Somebody will use it. So chill the fuck out. Have a Beck's Gold. There it is. I am. Yeah, I broke my drinking promise. The playoffs started. Screw it. Didn't work. Oh. That's the way I feel about that. More than happy to take your calls. $20. Oh, I didn't even check the if I got any donations in the meantime. I do apologize. I haven't looked at the chat after my opening monologue, but I will take a lot of I know a lot of you are concerned. I know you think this is the beginning of the end. I'm here to relax you. It's just an airstrike. They happen once in a while. I've been through a bunch of them. Only a few led to full-blown wars, and they usually took months to happen. and organized. Just an airstrike. It's cruise missiles. Be cool. Be cool. Don't get sucked into this shit. This is something to be looked into. It is not proof of anything. So everybody be cool. Be like Fonzie. Let's take some calls. Let's go right to the phone line, the 718 phone line, 347 on the air. 347, you are on
Tommy.
the air. Yes, what's up?
Hey, what's up, Tommy? Yeah, I just want to say people are absolutely crazy for thinking that this airstrike on Syria is going to cause World War III, and you know why? Like, that's what you said. Russia, United States, and China, basically the three biggest superpowers, they don't get anything from going to war, especially China. They're the top of the economic system in China, and why would they go to war and lose all that money? Same with Russia and the United States. And on top of that, what you said about North Korea with the nuke, yeah, they don't even have a nuke that can even reach the United States. They're full of shit.
Yeah, well, but here's the thing. The idea is we set the bar, no gas. It's unbelievable suffering. It's just I don't know how you don't do anything. I look, I'm all somebody just wrote in the chat, why do you care about Syria? I don't know if I care about Syria all that much. I do care about the individual Syrian, the innocent person, but there isn't much we can do over there without starting World War III.
Yeah.
So, to be perfectly honest with you, letting the whole planet know that the United States will not tolerate chemical weapons, I don't think it's a bad thing. I don't.
And somebody today in my class goes, why do we even care about this? Because it's inhumane. We should care about
There
this.
is a line. You know, we used to have that attitude prior to World War II. And then for the next 60 years, we said, how did we let that happen? Well,
pretty sure.
Letting chemical weapons attacks happen unchecked could lead to some pretty disastrous consequences down the road. And I don't want to be on my way out of this place thinking that something could have been done for other people to stop it. I hope this is it. I'm not saying it's it. I hope this is it. Thanks for the call. I do appreciate it. Likes, please. Yeah, slap a like on it if you enjoy what I'm saying so far. I got some big plans this week. Check the description box below, and I'll be playing the song later. Real Talk, the Metaphor Messiah has a new song out called War Games. His Bandcamp is in the description box below. It's coming out pretty soon, and I'll be playing. I'll actually be closing with the song later today. It's excellent. Some of his best work. New recording studio. Who made that? Shadow Humor. Shadow Humor made that. That donation. If I missed any before, I apologize. Like I said, I didn't have the chat on because I didn't want to be overly distracted. Let's go to John. John the Italian Jewish Israeli. John, you're on here.
Hey, how you
doing, buddy?
Good. Yeah, I just wanted to say I find it really interesting that I don't know how they're gonna spin this. That if they're still gonna say that he's a puppet of Vladimir Putin.
Yeah, that's gonna be a little rough. Apparently, this is even better. Hillary Clinton said that she supported strikes on Syria not 2 hours before the strikes happened. So I did say I wasn't getting political, but I imagine a lot of Democrats are on suicide watch, as my father said earlier today. I noticed, what's his name, Pacman? He's a liberal here on YouTube. Guy I respect a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's David Pacman. And he quoted a tweet where Trump let Russia know before he was bombing the Syrian base. Of course, he didn't want to start World War III. They took that as evidence. They took that as evidence that he's in Putin's pocket. Putin's furious.
Yeah, he cut off diplomatic channels this morning, I think.
Oh, well. So long, Russia. Thanks for interfering with the election.
Yes, I don't know how.
But that's a really good point.
Yeah, I don't know how they're gonna.
They're not going to spit. You know what? They'll just continue to. I mean, look, it looks like they got scissors rights. I promised I wouldn't do politics. I apologize. All right, let me get to some other calls.
All right, man.
Take care. John. 718-395-7660, 718-395-7660. The pancake dipshit, you're on here.
Thank you very much, Tommy. It's always a love. I see it like this. Why hasn't gas already been banned in all forms of warfare?
Oh, give me a break.
No, Tommy, I'm being
like
serious.
Banning gas is like banning nuclear. It's like banning. You might as well ban bullets.
Yeah.
It's utterly it's utterly ridiculous.
I don't understand why we all can't be political. All sit down round the table, eat pancakes, and deal with this shit
Oh,
together.
shut up, you big eat pancakes. Dave, you there?
What's up, buddy? Did somebody call for a Dave?
Yeah, I didn't. We haven't spoken all day, so I didn't know if you wanted to do this. It's not normally on a Friday.
I'm going live right after you.
All right, where you go? Where are you at with this shit? Well, you said to me the other day that you weren't tracking, so I didn't want to like drag you in. You know what I'm saying?
Well, things changed with this whole strike.
What do you think?
I started tracking a little bit more closely after this. Look,
Dave, did we lose you? Dave.
There's a lot of.
Oh, okay. Oh man, I wonder if we're gonna have Skype issues again. I wonder if somebody's attacking my Skype, and they can't get the rest of it. That's a little bizarre. All right, let me take another call. In the meantime, this is the second time this happened. 360, you're on here.
Hey, what's up, Tommy? How's it going?
It's going. How can I help you?
Yeah. Oh, just kind of want to say, been enjoying your show, been enjoying everything you've been doing. Every once in a while it's cool to go into politics, but honestly, like, I didn't even know about this until I, saw your Twitter video earlier today.
Uh-huh.
So,
well, I got to be honest with you. I was getting like spam with it. As soon as I woke up, I mean, people were really freaking out. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Well, I totally understand. The thing is, for me, is that this is the first year I ever got the chance to vote whenever it came to an election, and I've gotten more involved with politics, like learning about it and such. So it's kind of good for me if I can relate to someone who I watch regularly talk about these kind of things.
Well,
so just want to say, I kind of appreciate the show.
Okay, I appreciate it. It's still a comedy show. But
yeah, well, I love the comedy. I love the comedy.
So, and I'm going to keep it going. It's really going to be this show's an impulse show. It's what I'm happen to be interested in that particular day. That's pretty much what I've done it. I mostly do, YouTube interests me the most, so I do it the most. So that's where pretty much we're going to play this channel from now on. Whatever happens to interest me that particular day,
Yep. All right, well, you have a good one, Mike.
You too. Take care. Dave, you there?
Yes, I am. Sorry about that. My Skype is a cunt. What's up?
I don't know. It was happening. It was actually really weird with It's actually acting super weird. I'm gonna kill any. Oops. I'm gonna kill any echo you might have. I don't really need that in all cases. Well, actually, no, it'll be all right. You're gonna have to suffer. You have to suffer.
Oh, I don't hear anything. You're good.
Okay, good. All right, what do you got for me, Dave?
All right, yeah. So I've been tracking this a little bit more ever since the strike because that's some real shit. All the other stuff that we hear all the time, it's all fake news, bullshit, which is part of the problem. Everybody's inundated with so much fucking news out there. No one knows what to believe anymore. So it's hard to give Trump or anybody else the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
But this situation is kind of cut and dry for me. A couple of reasons. One, you touched on the NBC situation earlier.
Sure.
I've been to a few potential NBC sites when I was in Iraq, the first time particularly. Some of the things that I can tell you that went down during those times, because the reality is whatever it takes to get the job done. If you don't have the gear, you don't have the gear. You still got to get the job done. So those pictures people are trying to disprove shit, that's utter fucking insanity to me.
Yeah, I seem to remember water being a final option, correct? Like in my classes.
Well, it depends. It depends on the chemical.
It depends on the chemical.
It depends. Sometimes it's the first option. It depends on what's being used.
Yeah, okay.
But the interesting thing here is, though, there are a lot of world powers out there right now. Not all of them. Most of them don't agree with Trump. Yet, none of them condemn this action. So what that tells me logically is that not only did our intelligence have enough to authorize this attack, which is, considerable, but every other agency on the fucking planet that belongs to one of these powers had enough intelligence not to disprove what that administration was saying. So to me, that's enough.
That's enough.
The one person who is really coming out against it happens to be the main backer of the asshole who's committed the fucking atrocities, not only in the past, but right now. And lest us not forget that the refugee crisis that is fucking hindering a lot of the world right now, where is it mostly fucking centralized from? Goddamn Syria.
Yeah.
Millions of people don't just uproot their families and lives because they're happy where they are.
Yeah.
No, there's some serious shit happening. So preponderance of evidence aside, I think there's enough to act on this. And you said it before, and you were 100% right when you said it then. if you take these fucking targets out one at a time, when the event warrants this type of response, it's going to stop soon.
I hope so. I absolutely hope so. I don't know how Trump sits back. I don't know how you do that. I don't know how any president sits back. I saw Obama do it, and somebody said, what was Obama's legacy? I would have said Aleppo. But I did promise I wouldn't go this political route, but I mean, I guess we're past that now. Those are my opinions. I think this is the right thing to do. I'm not for a full-scale invasion. I'm not for going in there invading. I think that's ridiculous. I like the drive-by mentality. Remember, Trump is a populist and a lot of his ideas, and I like those ideas. We keep to ourselves unless somebody crosses the line, and I think this particular issue warrants it. And I think what you're talking about, too, is, people freaking out about Trump. I think the bigger fear, not chemical weapons, not whether the bad guys get a foothold in a certain place. I think the biggest fear from some on the left is that Trump starts being seen as presidential, and one of the easiest ways to do that is to be successful with a military campaign. So
but this has been lauded. This has not really been. There's not, aside from hearsay and conjecture, there's not really a lot to push back on Trump in this situation. I don't know.
How do you go to bed at night knowing that you might be able to do something about this? Like, I don't know how you do that.
I thought when his speech that he gave when he announced the attack, I thought it was eloquent, because when he sticks to the teleprompter, he's fucking good. It's when he goes off the cuff.
I can honestly say I think I might be a better speaker than him. That's not saying much, but I think I might be better than him.
When he sticks to that teleprompter,
you're better than him. I can clearly say you're a better speaker than him.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Well, when he sticks to that goddamn teleprompter, man, it's fucking fantastic.
Maybe Obama, like, hey, you want to go teleprompter route? Work for me.
It's pretty funny, but I'll tell you what else is really doing any help or service to this situation. Is all these fucking World War III hashtags and shit like that.
Yeah, I think that's creating panic, and that's what I hope to do with this particular title.
Pressure it's putting on the situation. Media outlets to report it. Fucking Trump and the entire administration having to read into that and what it means about the population possibly supporting or not supporting the decisions. It's a cluster.
Not everything is a false flag.
No.
I mean, we had this conversation full to every major war the United States have ever been involved with, the possible exception of Gulf War I. There's been a false flag accusation. None of them ever get proven.
No, of course not.
None of them ever get proven. I think the closest thing would be the Lusitania, because the odds are we were probably running weapons to the English. But even then, there's never been any hard evidence. So the Germans sunk the fucking thing.
It's about discrediting as much as humanly possible can. And right now, with Trump being in charge, they're going to try to discredit him at every turn.
Yeah.
They don't care about the damage.
No, they care about the country. They don't care about these poor people. You saw it too with the attack in the gay club in Orlando. Nobody cares about gays. They care about using gays to further an agenda. And those gays, they really couldn't help you because they're on they're a little lower level in the victim Olympics. They're on a little lower rung. Islam is much higher priority with that crew, and it's mostly been forgotten. It's just ridiculous. Well, I will say this: no matter who you clip in this war, that's the good thing. It really doesn't matter a whole that much whether you kill the terrorists that we've been supporting. And let's make no mistake about it. A lot of these rebel groups, I'm told not all of them, but I'm suspicious, are tied into ISIS.
Sure.
And the enemy of my enemy is my friend type situation. So we supported them. And Bashar Assad has been
armed rebels in the past. We'll arm them.
Probably in the future.
Russia
armed Osama bin Laden.
Rebels all the time. Every major arms dealer on the planet does so. That's nothing new.
But I don't care if I'd like to think, I don't know this for a fact, if the rebels had done this, that Trump would have fucking wiped them out.
I would like to think that too.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to think that, because that's a no-go. That's a no-go.
You know what was funny to me was this was essentially Putin's initial response.
What?
The rebels, they guessed themselves. They guessed self.
They guessed themselves.
They guessed
come up with some of that. Well, here's the thing. I don't think That's out of the fucking question because they are tied into ISIS. I don't, but you're gonna have to show me something.
There would be something there. Like I said, not by only our intelligence agencies, but how about France and Germany backed us on this? Holy fucking shit.
Yeah.
Merkel's looking for any reason to get back at Trump for not shaking her hand the other day. She backed it. Everybody's fucking backing it because their intelligence is saying the same thing.
It came from this place. If we damage this area, because what I'm told, they're not going to be able to run planes out of that thing, much less deliver a nuclear, biological, or chemical weapon, which is really what we're doing. And if Trump keeps this sort of drive-by foreign policy, I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
Interesting that I just read about too. There's a new probe that's happening from the Trump administration, citing that there is multiple reports that there were Russian drones in the area at the fucking time of the gas attack. Now that's adds an extra layer of shit because now they're trying to tie it to Russia. That's a different thing altogether.
Yeah, I'm not even willing to go that route. If I had anything, if I think Vladimir Putin, if this maniac, or let's say a rebel general, I can't imagine Putin not be on the phone with Assad right now. What are you, fucking crazy? Right. What are you kidding me?
Your donation link isn't working, by the way.
It is not. My donation link isn't working.
That's what people are saying.
Fick D. Henna.
Have you gotten a donation the entire show?
No, I haven't. Page not found. We were unable to find.
Now, most of the time, you'd think it's just because who wants to hear you talk about politics, but nope, not in this case. People were trying to donate to you.
Holy shit!
Shit was broke,
that's what I was concerned about. I mean, you can donate if you feel like it on YouTube here. I'm seeing the same thing. I'm connecting to Twitch now. I'm gonna turn around this. This is obviously very important shit.
Well, these people need to get their credit. They were gracious enough to donate to this wonderful channel.
Yes.
Goddamn, they deserve their credit.
My account, dashboard, donations, subscribers, donation settings. Oh, because it changed to SFTP1. That's right. I'll fix that right now. Just at the end of the thing, because I changed the name of my Twitch channel. That's why. It's now SFTP1. So, I have to go back and fix all that. And somebody sent me something last night.
Tommy.
Yeah, if you refresh your page right now, thank you very much, by the way. That is the new donation link. I do apologize. Certainly, I didn't do it on purpose.
No, because we appreciate that money.
Thank you very much. I just checked it. It works fine. It's in it's in the description box, right? I'm a lot of things, but I didn't screw that up. All right, let me get to some calls. I do appreciate it, Dave. Hey, why don't you get me some likes since you're so good at doing it?
You know what? You're 100% right. If I was on camera, I would offer to give everybody the hat of their choosing if we got to, let's say, 300 likes. But I'll do you one better. If we get to 350 likes on my hat, or on my show right after this, I'm going to be going live. I will go live with the hat of your choosing. Hit me up on Twitter. If we get to 350 likes, whatever the majority of you say I should wear, that's the hat I'll wear.
Do a vote like I did. Just do a vote.
Go to a vote up there, but 350 likes first, fuckheads.
All right, 350 likes. You heard him. Funny hat on Dave's stream, which I'll be retweeting right after that. Thanks a lot, Dave. I do appreciate it.
No problem, buddy.
Peace. Let's get some other folks in here. Cunts, fuckhead. You're on the air. 3, 2, 1. You didn't quite make it. Static, you're on the air. Shot from the point. Don't give me any static. Static is comically not ready. Yo, Shifty Dealer, what's up?
Not too bad. All right, I've got a point to make.
Go ahead.
I think everybody's been a bit too harsh on Putin.
Why is that?
Well, he doesn't really have anywhere to go. Like, Russia's sort of been, hit with all these taxes from the US and Europe. And he's also landlocked, like, what's Russia got to do? Syria is one of their few allies. They've got to show support. Sure, chemical weapons are completely fucked, but you should understand Putin, he's having to defend his own ally.
Well, I understand it from the perspective that he's got to back an ally, but what I don't understand is the invasion of Crimea, the fact that he's basically suspended elections over there and he's the permanent president, that his opponents wind up dead all the time. I don't have a lot of sympathy for a guy who has essentially taken over the country since Boris Yeltsin left. And I was actually initially, I liked the guy, and I thought he was good for the country, but he's made it abundantly clear that he is the dictator and everything else in there is a farce. So, that being said, he shouldn't have backed Basser in the first place to put himself in this wonderful position, because to be perfectly honest with you, for the first time in a long time, at least 8 years, Putin looks weak because he can't do shit unless he wants to start World War III. So to be perfectly honest with you, I have no sympathy for them whatsoever. They've been a giant pain in the ass for the past 4 years worldwide. They didn't interfere with the last. I mean, just in my time in the Army. Thank you so much for the donations. I donate more, but I need to save money for weapons and ammo in the Third Great War. Actually, I just want to pay money for pizza. Plus, I'm cheap. Don't judge me. I won't. Thanks for those donation gun cannon 15.
Oh, we'll all judge you, Tommy.
But see, the thing is, I have no sympathy for the guy because I think he's this is KGB, dude. That guy's a fucking killer.
Yeah, but who else could really run Russia? You have seen the Russians; they are quite nuts. Who else other than somebody who can embody strength to them? And if he's looking weak right now,
there does seem to be an attitude over there. It's almost like it's big dick syndrome. The only people that can run Russia are dictators. The Russian people just seem to be very comfortable with that. I don't know if it's cultural. It's the fact the Soviet Union had so much power for so long. That Russia sort of needs this strong guiding hand. That democracy doesn't necessarily work over there. I don't believe that. I think it's just a terribly big country with tons and tons of tolerated corruption.
I think there's definitely going to be some form of revolution within the next decade, probably in Russia.
I don't know.
I think it's more going to come from the Middle East, more like the Islamic State starting to rise, unless something gets done about that sooner.
Well, I hope today is a step in the right direction, but I don't have any sympathy for Vladimir Putin. I watched the Soviet Union fall. I watched Boris Yeltsin be democratically elected, and it just kind of all went south from there, which is really unfortunate. Because my country, your country, Germany, even the Vatican did a lot of things to make the Soviet Union fall, only to sort of fall into a, not communism, Marxism, but Putinism, which doesn't seem to be much very favorable either.
Well,
thanks for the call, though. What's that?
Cheers, man.
Take care.
Considering we're falling into Marxism these days.
Yeah, it does seem that way. We didn't learn our lesson either. Well, actually, Putin's made a few references to that fact. He goes, it didn't work for us. Why do you think it's going to work for you? It's one of the few things I agree with him on. I'll talk to you later, man.
Cheers, man.
Excuse me very much. 718-395-7660. 718-395-7660. I was a little worried. I thought that I'd get a lot of hate because I'm just not buying the conspiracy theories. Memes don't move me. I like funny memes. This stuff does next to nothing for me. Oh, somebody did give me a donation. I will shout that out. Don't worry. I got the alert box because I was just changing scenes. I could take care of that real quickly. Alert box, dashboard. Here comes my donations. Nord, the next great war comes. And we can agree a boxing match between leaders. Norwood, the topics. I'm sorry. The greatest great war comes, and we get a boxing match between countries. Leader, we can use 25% of the betting wins to winning country 2. I think Nord, you're. I don't know if my reading's a little off or it's cut off, but the English is a little off. The topic of Putin is sleep, I suppose. I apologize for that, but if you make some calls, I'm actually going to open up the phone lines for right now, in the sense that I'll let you talk about whatever the fuck you want. I think we covered everything. 530, you're on the air.
What's going on, Tommy? How you doing?
You got not much, man. What's on your mind?
I just want to agree with you, man. Everything that Trump's doing is completely right, bro. I think that the Obama administration completely fucked the Middle East up with all his foreign policy bullshit. And I honestly think Trump's going to be the one to save it, take it back. So I'm all for it, man.
In fairness to Obama, it was pretty fucked. In fairness to Obama, it was pretty fucked to begin with, but it certainly didn't get much better under him.
Certainly elevated the situation very badly.
I think he did by pulling out
all these moderate rebels to take out Bashar Assad.
Yeah, and pulling out of Iraq.
Just like they did with Iraq.
And pulling out of Iraq
you
was
know all about that.
Actually, I wasn't for the invasion of Iraq. where I'm no longer. I think it was a bad idea to go in, but the damage seemed to be more severe leaving than ever going in, at least from the Middle East.
Right.
It seemed to create a power vacuum. And, when you had a president want to say, I ended the evil Iraq war more than he wanted to, what's the big picture here? He didn't really think about what consequences it have. He just seemed like he wanted to be a hero to his constituents.
Exactly.
Or not
Who do you think was going to police the streets in Iraq? Nobody.
Well, ISIS.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
what Ben
Obama.
Affleck couldn't pull up.
Obama.
What's that?
Tommy C, love the show. Love Catch 33. You guys are awesome.
Peace. Yeah, ISIS. What did the Batman say? Ben Affleck couldn't fill up a AAA ballpark. Yeah, that guy. They're a pretty serious operation. You're that fucking crazy. You're gonna make things happen. Up to 209 likes. You think we can keep it coming? I would appreciate only 9 dislikes. Holy Christmas. Thank you. Let's put on. Let's somebody new. Turn me down, Z Jabro. I think that's your name, Z Jabro. What you got for me, man? Hello? Sorry, buddy. Your microphone. Hey, what's up, man?
Oh, damn.
You're fucking this up. You know that, right? Do you at least... Oh, you didn't want to get blown up. Who cares? It's just a sound effect. Who cares if you get blown up? I fucked up. I fucked up here on the air. Going once. Going twice. 3 times. You sure fucked up. Marth. Going once, going twice, 3 times. 718-395-7660. 718-395-7660. Marth, you are off the air. Let's go to the phone lines. 929, you're on the air.
Hi there, am I on the air?
Yes, you are. If you turn your stream, I would really think a lot more if you turn the stream off, though.
Okay, so I had a question. It was about so I called in the other day and I had a question about so I thought that you were a nigger.
You're a chick? Can you do that? What's the matter with you? 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 You think you're getting famous? What, you think I'm embarrassed because I heard the N word? Come on, let's talk. I want to get deep into your soul. I want to know. Yeah, exactly. I want to get deep into the soul of somebody would call and say that over and over again. And I also want some black guy to walk by and beat the ever-living hell out of him. That would be, I don't know, the best part. 845, you're here.
Hey, how's it going, Tommy?
It's going where I don't know. What's up?
Not really a question on topic of this Trump Syrian attacks, but I actually just wanted to ask you, are you still planning on working on your book or, I guess, video documentary about your time on Baited?
I was hoping nobody would ask me that again. I haven't even given that a second thought since I said it. I wanted to. There's other, I think, more profitable ventures. Although you have to get 10,000 hits before you start a channel now. I don't know if that applies to me. No, I just I don't seem to have the time to do anything I want to do, and I want to start a gaming channel. So
cool, man.
I don't know. The 1-year anniversary is slowly approaching from the announcement, which is a bug out. But no, I think it's because I've said just about everything I ever had to say about Baited. Wrote a book, LOL. Yeah, my grammar, I couldn't write a book, man. What are you talking about? Don't you follow me on Twitter?
No, I actually don't have a Twitter. I only really use
Well, get one. I could use another follower. I'm not going to follow you back, but I mean, you can follow me if you like. No, I don't think there's any immediate time. Also, when I said that, I was super pissed. I do think about it from time to time. I would like to make sort of a video about my time there and how it all blew up. I think it would make a cool video.
Yeah, no, definitely. It'd be really nice.
I tell you something. You know what's going to happen? I'm going to make some of these gaming videos. I'm going to get more competent with Sony Vegas, and then I'm going to make that movie.
Nice, cool.
That's probably what I'm going to get to the point where I'm comfortable with Sony Vegas, like I was with my last video editing software, and then I'm going to just start downloading shit. You know,
Nice. If
start doing
anything, you might be able to talk to Vega because he uses a lot of those Adobe programs.
Yeah, I'm sure Vega would be a part of it. The only thing is I'd probably have to pay him for that. But thanks for the question, and I will keep it in mind, but there's no immediate plans. All right, buddy?
All right, cool. Thanks, Tommy.
All right. Our phone lines are open. We covered the main topic. There's only 10 minutes left. Tommy, let's see. Let me read this. Tommy's Twitter is like a book written by a 10-year-old with grammar. I can relate because my grammar's trash, so I love it. I'm glad I make you feel better. Newest Willer, you're on the air.
Oh, hey, Tommy.
What do you got for me, bud?
Yeah, I just wanted to talk about the fucking Sweden thing as well, if that's all right.
Yes, very sorry to hear what happened over there. Of course, another truck attack. Last report, 3 dead. Religion and peace strikes again.
Now.
What's that?
I think it's 5 right now.
5, super. I know, Puda Postinin, he's finished. He posted a picture of somebody who was split in 2, like the Black Dahlia from a car.
Really nice stuff, you know. And I just turned on the TV to look what they were saying, of course, and it's all this like, oh, we don't know his motive, and obviously you shouldn't get to judge people by this. This is not a religious thing.
Yeah, and after we find out it's somebody from that faith, we can't judge the religion or the ideology. So here's what you should do when you start hearing things like not all Muslims and a bunch of other red herrings, ridiculous shit, or you don't jump to conclusion. Just remember what is really going on in any language. Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! That's what they want you to do. Shut the fuck up. That's what they want. And I don't think you should shut up. I think Islam is a very criticizable ideology. I consider it a political ideology because I don't simply believe in religion as it is. And I find that ideology disgusting, repulsive, and why a bulk of the people that follow it are probably decent and just want to freaking make money for their families and have a good life. It does seem to spawn maniacs.
Yeah.
So, and a lot more maniacs than a lot of other religions, too. Oh, yes, I know, the Crusades. It was how many years ago? Thank you.
Yeah,
End story.
It's different. It's different.
Well, yeah, it's different because it wasn't fucking 500-600 years ago.
Yes, exactly.
It was today in Sweden, a country that has opened their arms to the most impoverished in the world, only to get a foot in their ass.
Yeah, exactly.
That's very sad.
That.
You're in Norway, right?
No, I'm from Sweden.
You're from Sweden. What's the? Do you fear speaking out about stuff like this? In fear of being called a racist or being charged with hate crime?
Yeah, I wouldn't do it publicly. No way.
Yeah, but do you feel like you would be? Let's say you got a tweet out there. Really did you think the cops would knock on your door?
No, not in Germany. Thankfully, I don't think so. At least.
You don't think so?
No. I haven't tried, though. No, it's fucking crazy.
Well, listen, all the best to you and your country. I know the Swedish people are good people, and I can identify, having being a 9/11 witness, I can identify pretty deeply with what you guys are going through. So I do apologize, and I hope things get better real soon. On the real.
Yeah, thank you, Tom.
Take care. Take care. You know, you do get angry and stuff like that, and I find the ideology repulsive. I do. But what about Judaism and Christianity? They don't blow up shit. As Bill Maher politely reported or said, I think it was over last Friday, or was it 2 Fridays ago, nobody yells Merry Christmas when they blow up people or drive a truck. They yell Al Akbar. So I think there's a problem with the ideology. But not all. Yes, we know that. Not all of them. Not all of them. But even, let's see, what's 1% of a billion? 100,000? That's an army. And I'm pretty sure it's more than 1%. Muslims that are batshit fucking nuts. I'm sure it's more than fucking 1% of Christians that are batshit fucking nuts. So, not all Muslims, don't jump to conclusion. Really, red herrings designed to shut you up. 502, you're on the air. Ban trucks. Right or on. 502, you're on the air. 3, 2, 1. You lost. Cherry Soda, you're on the air.
Hey
Cherry,
now.
What's up? Hey now. Howard Stern.
You're a faggot, Tommy.
Yeah, faggot. Cherry Soda's for fags. What do you tell? Your name's Cherry Soda. You call me a faggot?
Yep.
What else you got? Are you funny? Can you roast me or something? That's the problem with your generation.
I mean, I can just give you truth. I mean,
that I'm a faggot?
No, that's the main part. But I mean, I've been listening to the show, and I think a lot of your opinions.
Are you a fucking slob? Do you shove your face full of food all the time? You just eat constantly?
I'm eating your wife out.
You're eating my wife out? That's funny. She's in the other room with my baby. Here's the thing. Maybe you're just a fat slob that sits on the fucking internet all day and has nothing to say. You can't even fucking roast me. And the only thing is, the truth is you're a faggot. Okay, fine. I'm a faggot. What are you? What is your day like? Something tells me your day goes a little bit like this. A lot of video games, staring at the ceiling with your hand on your cock as the juice drips down your leg, wondering, why? Why am I here? Why can't I get along with anybody? Why don't I have any friends? Look, there's Tommy C. He's got 30,000 subs. Why can't I do that? He sucks. That's what I think.
Tommy. Your ego's getting to you.
My ego's getting to me. What are you?
Just your
just an uncreative dipshit that has nothing to say and can't even be funny as a fucking 15-year-old boy in Brooklyn who roasted my ass.
And you're a faggot.
And I'm a faggot. That's anything else? No. You know why? Because you're a. What could it call? I don't know. Say something creative. Make an actual criticism.
No, I think you were too loud on Catch 33.
Did I trigger you? Did that make you get upset?
I was trying to listen to the show, but you kept talking over it.
Well, I guess then I guess you didn't like the show. Unsub. Something tells me you listen to everything I do.
No, this is my first time calling in.
No, it has nothing to do with you calling in now, stupid. Listen to what the words that are coming my mouth. I know critical thinking is difficult. I'm pretty freaking sure you listen to everything I do. How does that make you feel? Somebody like me that can actually command an audience, and at least for a little while, and then you, who desperately wants to be some kind of YouTuber, fuck, you'll take 1,000 subs. Does that make you feel shitty?
You think I want to be a YouTuber?
I would imagine, what kind of person would call into a tiny show like this other than somebody that was interested in this kind of stuff? I think that's a pretty reasonable assumption.
Somebody trying to get a little bit of entertainment, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. And what do? You call in and you bitch about it. You love me. You love me. Here's what I'm going to do. I want you to suck my dick right now, because you basically do all day. Yeah, come here. Come here. I want you to put it down here. Come on, baby. Give it to me. Yeah. Watch and hate. Watch. Ah! God, I couldn't get anything out of him. I apologize for the last segment. Not because I was...
That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me Fuck all that shit, just let me go. Owers and tastemakers make us no chaser. Gets the blood flowing like a fucking pacemaker. Cut the middleman and inhale the vapors. Madman, old 10 Don Drapers. Cut the jukebox on, make the woofers blow. We gon' sit here until all them heifers go. Holler at the tens and spend a little dough. Not on them, no, they can buy their own drinks. Take that work week off, 5 days in the bucket. Fuck it, you got a boss who's a jerk who doesn't. Throw on some Wu-Tang, bring the motherfucking ruckus. There is no pretext, we are living and we love it on a budget. Never mind, we just nudge it to the side. Give the kids a little time, we are living till we die. Focused and we hustle, but we still be getting high. No exception to the rule, do what you do to get by. Cause I keep ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome.
What about now, you bitches? The problem is now I can't hear at all whatsoever. which is kind of annoying. I can't hear the music at all. I don't know what happened. It was just some kind of major fuck up. There it was. God damn it. Now I'm back. At least I think. Yes, I'm back. Holy shit. Does music work? Thank you. Well, we've come to the end. I'm sure the guy that could do nothing better than call me a faggot is super happy right now. My last words is cool out, bitches. Cool out, bitches. The mic is off? Fixed? Yes, as I figured. Yeah, the echo, good. I got rid of that already. All right, thank you guys very much. I do appreciate it. I'm thinking about doing a hockey podcast on the Hockey Channel. That would be a regular ass shot from the point. You could say, holy shit. I don't know. DJ Bad Boy. This wasn't Mac. I have no idea what happened. It's happened like 2 or 3 times already. That echo killed me. Did it kill you? All right, everybody. But it is time to go. I want you to go check out Real Talk the Metaphor Saya has a new song coming out, and it's called War Games. Yeah, that's right. It's called War Games, and I would appreciate if you did check it out. It's going to be for sale on Bandcamp. You can click on it below. I don't think it's available yet, but it's really good. And I would hope you would give Real Talk a chance. You guys have been really super supportive in the past, and I hope that continues. So I'll play a little sample of War Games. I'll see you real soon. Thank you, and for a really funny ending. Peace. Chill out, motherfuckers. Be cool. Be cool. Like Fonzie.
So they could never PC. Fuck about the hate and blind to it like Stevie. Represent the people, I ain't changing my demeanor. The revolution, yeah, that's why we beat up John Cena. Hate me cause I'm wonderful and I will never conform. I be kicking ass and you'll be quick to catch the encore. Bitch, I'm half human, half machine like a cyborg. Fight for what is right and that is something I will die for. Curses to your government, got heroes taking supplements. The 1% is loving it. Heard me, I ain't stuttering. Blast on you Nixon, I got cash on you bitch.